You can use Reiki for literally anything, and improving your relationships is a really great way. You can use Reiki to improve relationships that you have with family members, friends, romantic partners, acquaintances, and people that you work with, and really any relationship that you can think of. Today, I'm going to show you my favorite way to do this, and if you want to follow along, all you need is a piece of paper and a pen. The first thing that you want to do is set your intention and make sure that you're working with the purest energy possible. You want to make sure that your intention isn't to manipulate the relationship to get what you want, or there's just like no bad intentions. You really want to make sure that you're doing this from a place of love and for the best outcome for everyone involved in the relationship. Then once you feel like you're really clear on that and you feel really full of love, you either want to put your hands in a prayer position or have them palms facing up at your sides and just allow the energy to flow, that healing, magical energy that can literally do anything, and just let it flow through your entire body and your hands. Then once you feel that, think about what the best possible scenario is for your relationship. What do you want your relationship to look like? How do you want it to feel? Just anything that you can think of when it comes to your relationship and how you think it could be improved. Then, once you have that, you're ready to use your pen and paper. The first thing that you do is draw a circle on the paper. This is going to be where the energy is directed, and this is going to represent your relationship. In the middle of the circle, you'll write the person's name, and then you'll write down everything that you just thought of, how the relationship could be improved and what it looks like at its highest potential. You can write how you'll feel, how they'll feel, what it will look like, things that you'll do together, whatever comes to you, and just write it in the middle of that circle. Then you're going to use the paper like it is the relationship, and you're going to use your hands to use Reiki on that relationship. You'll put your hands on the paper over the circle that you drew, and you'll close your eyes and you'll allow the energy to flow. What's really important in this step is to allow, be receptive and open. You're not forcing anything. You're not thinking about expectations that you have for the relationship or things that might have to change or things that you might have to do or that you want the other person to do. You're leaving all of that outside of this. You set your intention and now you're letting the energy work. So you want to treat this like it's a meditation almost, where you are allowing the energy to flow through your hands into the relationship and letting the energy do whatever it needs to do. During this part, you might see visions, you might hear words, you might just get a knowing of something that you want to do. And it may be related to the relationship and it may not be. What you can do if you receive any messages while you're doing this part is pick up your pen and write the messages around the outside of the circle. This will just help you remember so that you're not distracted as you are doing this part of the practice. It's good to do this until you feel like it's complete. You might hear a ding, or you might feel a sensation in your body that tells you that it's done, or you might just know, okay, I'm done. But if that doesn't happen, I would suggest doing this for 15 to 20 minutes and then move on to the next part. After you do the hands-on healing on the relationship, if you feel called to do it to yourself, maybe there's a part of your body that feels like it needs some attention, you can do that for a little bit and just continue to see what you notice and observe, and don't try and force or push anything. And then after that part, it's time to clear your energy and the energy of the relationship. So you can do this in a few different ways. You can use flower water if you want to do that. You can take some flower water and spray it around your aura and breathe it in and just feel it clearing your entire aura, your space, and the relationship. If you like using smoke instead, you can use incense, Palo Santo, sage, sweetgrass, any of those things. Or if you have another way that you like to clear your energy, you can use that. Then once your energy is cleared, you're ready to go and look at the messages that you received. If you didn't receive any, then there's nothing that you need to know at this time, and you can just trust that the energy is working and there's nothing important for you to know right now. If you did receive any messages, read through them and look at them and see if there are any messages for you specifically. Is there something that you need to do? Maybe it's telling you to exercise, because maybe exercising is going to shift your energy in some way, and that's going to improve the relationship. So just take note if there's any messages that you need to act on, or just anything for you to keep in mind. If there are, I suggest writing those messages down on a different piece of paper that you can save, because the next thing that we're going to do is rip this paper. Once you have the messages written on another paper, you'll take this paper and rip it at least in half to break the circle. You don't want to leave this portal open. You want to close it and have completion so that you can move on to the next part, which is receiving the benefits of this practice. So rip it up and you can dispose of it however you like. You can put it in recycling, you can burn it, you can bury it, whatever you feel called to, do that, because that's going to be the right thing for you. Then let it all go and watch as your relationship improves. Trust that the energy is working, because it is. And the more that you have belief and intention behind it, the faster things will work for you. If you want to do this one time and that's it, you can do that. Sometimes if I'm having a really difficult time in a relationship, or there's a really big challenge, I'll do this over a week. So every evening or every morning, I'll do this practice for about 15 minutes and notice every day the messages that I get, how things feel, and how things progress over time. One time I was doing this for a relationship at my old job, and the first day that I did it, I wanted to puke. It felt toxic, but I continued with it because I wanted the relationship to improve, and I knew that I was part of the relationship, so there was something that I could do to improve it. As I did this over the week, every time that I did the hands-on practice, it felt better and better and better until the last day. Everything felt magical, and the relationship actually did improve, and we became really good friends, which was really surprising to me. And that's because I just followed my intuition and the messages that I was getting and saw what I could do to improve the relationship, but also let the energy work and do what it needed to do on the back end too. I hope that you enjoyed this way of using Reiki to improve your relationships. If you try it, let me know. And if you have a favorite way of using Reiki to improve your relationships, let me know too, because if I haven't tried it, I definitely want to. Thank you so much for watching, and I am sending the best energy to you and your relationship, and hope that it turns out even better than your intention. I hope that you have a great rest of your day, and I will see you next time.